Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, dear listeners. This is COMESA Radio Africa, the voice of COMESA, the organization everybody wants to be associated with. The mind, the journey, the destiny. We apply our mind to the journey that takes us to our destiny. That is our philosophy. We inform and entertain. We develop and educate. We empower and support. We associate and network. That is the idea. We are a business and professional management services 24/7 internet streaming radio station. We broadcast 50% of music and 50% of talk shows. Our aim is to use the African storytelling and Lekgotla conversation methodology in offering career coaching, education and learning guidance, continuous professional development, enterprise and entrepreneurship development, and connecting supply to demand. Our talk shows aim to affirm and support business professionals and entrepreneurs in their personal and professional journey of bringing difference to the world. My name is Sam Tsima. I am the CEO and Executive Business Coach at COMESA GOC International. You are welcome to visit our website www.comesa-goc.com. You are also invited to consider applying for individual or corporate membership at COMESA Friends and Supporters Club NPO. That can be done online at www.comesaclub.africa. You're also welcome to send us email at callcenter@comesa-goc.com, or you can use admin@comesadevelopment.com. At this point in time, I would like to welcome our guest, Siphesihle Kunene from Phynix Media Company. Siphesihle, welcome, my friend.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you very much for tuning in. How are we doing?
I'm doing very good. I'm doing really good. And how are you doing?
Man, we're hanging on there under the coronavirus lockdown conditions.
That's great. It has affected us, either badly or good. It's just the way each and every individual can take it, especially when it comes to business. This kind of things, they happened, so it depends the perspective. How do you take it?
It's a new normal, as they say.
Yeah, in this current moment, it's turning to be a norm. It's no longer a taboo to say.
Yeah, it's no longer a new normal. It's just the normal we know.
Yeah, now we are living with it. It's part of our lives. It's already here. It's COVID-19. We just know that we wake up, it's there. We're going to sleep, it's there. But with the hope that it's going to blow up soon.
Yeah. I always say that, if you look, human beings have always lived with crisis and they've always adapted, and I got used to it. And this will be one of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a matter of adaptation. If you can't adapt, then it becomes a challenge.
Yeah.
There are a lot of situations that are going to come, but then if you can't adapt to that kind of a situation, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful. I really want to thank you, Siphesihle, for joining me in this conversation. It is not an interview, it's a conversation. We use the African methodology to exchange views, ideas, like our great-parents used to do. We sit around the fire and somebody tells the story and we learn from their story, and we can entertain as well.
I am very, very happy to be part of this dynamic organization and just to share my thought and vision. Hopefully that someone else will take it and run with it.
Beautiful. And the storyline today is Siphesihle Kunene's personal and professional life journey. when we say personal, we don't mean you tell us the secrets about your life. We just want to know how have you been evolving as an individual and as an entrepreneur. Né?
Yes. Now I am delighted to share those all the mentioned that just everything about my life and my personal life as well as my professional life. It's something that we must not shy away from, especially for us as the youth. We must always share these kind of stories so that other people can.
Yeah, and it has been very, very purposefully designed this way that we talk to you now in June, which is the Youth Month, and we feel that your story is going to address and speak on behalf of all the youth out there. How is that?
It's actually very, very great because it's the Youth Month as well as my birthday, so I get to share all this great stuff in such a very, very beautiful month. I love June. June is a great month.
Wonderful. Happy birthday month, my friend.
I've been enjoying it.
Lovely. Now, let's start. And you are tuning in from Soweto, right?
Yes, I am.
Which part of Soweto is that?
Zola.
Zolamdale.
Yes, Zolamdale. Zolamdale, South. Just that area. That's where I am coming from.
Yeah, I'm just trying to show off that I know Soweto very well.
No, I can see that you know it very well because you just stipulated a very, very specific place.
Yeah, beautiful. There's Soweto, the place where it all started.
And it's Youth Month, so
everything
actually began there, and we are here today because everything began there with those who were brave enough to say we actually cannot take this anymore.
Yeah,
so,
and we are very unapologetic about what we demand from Soweto as a country and as a continent and as the world. If the whole change to South Africa could start in Soweto, then the change in terms of entrepreneurship and township economy has to start in Soweto by the youth.
And for the youth. With our support. With the support of of the people who grew up before us. If we can apologize for such actions, then that means we don't know what we stand for.
And then we don't have the future.
And we don't have a future. The future is, if the future is in the hands of apologetic people, then it's very, very unstable because we're supposed to stand our word.
Yeah.
Where other people won't agree with us and other people will agree with us, but then the voice of other people shouldn't shake us into doing something that we're not standing up for.
And you know what excites me is that you are in the media business, and in media it's about sharing information, it's about mobilizing, it's about becoming a multiplier effect. You are such a great partner today for this conversation.
And being in this kind of industry, it takes actually much more confidence in yourself because it's more like a spotlight. People, they are scared to be in the spotlight because they feel inferior of themselves. The moment you don't believe in yourself, you don't trust yourself, just be yourself, it becomes much more difficult. So this business is actually much more of trusting in yourself, believing in yourself, especially your capabilities. Even your physical view. You just have to trust yourself. You are who you are, without anybody telling you who you are.
Beautiful. Let's start there. Who is Siphesihle Kunene in full, and where were you born? Where did you grow up? What did you grow up doing? And what makes you tick?
Yeah, that is a very, very good question, sir. Siphesihle Kunene is just a very, very... I would say I don't want to blow my own horn, but it's just a young boy.
Blow it, my brother, blow it. We want to hear it.
Oh, I can blow it.
Yeah. That's the whole idea. We've given you the platform to tell it all, so that every one of us can learn from you, even those who are still aspiring to be in your footsteps.
I was born and raised in Swaziland. Growing up in Swaziland, my actual birthright is South African.
Yes.
So I then moved to Swaziland. I think I was a month old, as I am told. So I grew up in Swaziland, studied in Swaziland, then I came back to South Africa to finish my studies.
Which part of Swaziland was that?
Which part of
Swaziland? We're in Mbabane.
Which place don't you know?
There are certain places I know them by having interest in geography or having friends over there, and then sometimes I know them physically.
Yeah, I can see. Fortunately, I would just go to Mbabane as it is our capital city, just to visit. I was born and raised in Sangano, just a small village. We pride ourselves with farming and all those kind of stuff. You can imagine in a type of a village. So that's exactly where I grew up, and I studied there from grade 1 to grade 11.
And tell me, are your parents from Swaziland, but they are South Africans?
Both of my parents, they are from Swaziland. However, my mother is South African because his documentation is South African.
Yes.
Though he also lives in Swaziland.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So my father then is pure Swazi.
Yes.
He lives in Swaziland currently.
Now I'm going to share with you a surprise. Your current Prime Minister, Ambrose Dlamini.
Yes.
We know each other very well. He worked with me at APSA some times ago, long before he became the Prime Minister.
So I am actually seeing in a well-connected person who knows people of power, because if you know the Prime Minister, then you actually know the right-hand man of King Swat.
Yeah, but I'm also saying that it's not about dropping the names. It's just about to show you that you might be my president of the future.
That's very true.
So everything, because I knew him long before I could even imagine him becoming the Prime Minister. He was just a fellow business colleague, and we kept in touch, and boom, there we are.
That actually shows you that you don't know what the future holds for you.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to burn bridges once you have made one.
Absolutely. And so you were born in South Africa. Your parents then moved with you to Swaziland, and then you grew up in Swaziland. For how long were you in Swaziland? Do you live in Swaziland?
I was in Swaziland.
Well, it's no longer Swaziland, by the way. It's eSwatini.
Yes, they changed the name. So it's eSwatini.
Yes.
It's very, very funny that I'm actually from Swaziland, but then some of the details I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah. And yeah, carry on.
Well, I grew up there until I was 16. Yes, 16 years. Then when I was about to turn 17, I had to come this side to continue my studies.
And so you had done with your matric then?
No, I was not done with my matric, because just as South Africa does it, the moment you get into grade 11, going to matric, you have to have documents,
yes.
ID and all those kind of stuff. So unfortunately, because I was born in South Africa, so I don't have documents for this side. So I had to come this side and do grade 11 and continue my studies because I have documentation of this side.
I see, because then you had to register with the examination authorities so that you can get your grade 12.
That's correct.
So grade 12 is a very important stage in everybody's life, yeah?
And a very, very frightening one. You hear the news from side to side that, when you get there, you need to make sure. The pressure around grade 12. Sometimes other people, they can't absorb it. Some other people, they try to prove a point, of which sometimes it works for them. But grade 12 is a very, very tricky place in a child's life. It determines your future most of the time.
Yeah. My friend, let's not rush. Let's take it slow, step at a time. Now, you are in eSwatini. You start your life there, and how was it growing up as a child in that village outside Mbabane?
You can already imagine the life of an urban area and the life of a rural area. And then now we have those third-level rural areas, and then you have those first-level rural areas. So that's exactly where I was, in first-level rural area, where we would go miles just to get water. And
you'll go into the bush to catch the baits.
Exactly. That's the fun part of it. That's exactly what we did, because my uncle had a lot of cows, and now we had to look after those cows. So we learned to live in that kind of life. And at that moment, you would not see it as torture or anything like that, but it's right where you grew up. It's the kind of life where you are. So I would not say it wasn't easy in that aspect, but there are other aspects where it was totally not easy when it comes to educational part and the grooming as to be prepared for the future. Now, there was no one filling up that gap.
You and I, we have one thing in common. You were a head boy. I was a head boy in Skukune, Limpopo. And I was catching birds, you were catching birds. I was looking after cattle, you were looking after cattle. You are in media business, I'm in media business.
Is it a coincidence, or maybe it was just well planned?
Well, that is the life of an African child.
These ones have to move.
Actually, as much as we moved to town, I always challenge my friends to say, sometimes you must also move to rural so that you close the gap, my friends, so that we can understand each other.
That's very true, because the moment you speak in the level of someone else, now these two people, now they understand each other. It's not a foreign language to the other. So yeah. It was very, very educational to me, and also it made me the person I am today. Yes. It was a process. So just to put it in simple terms, it was a process that one has to go through.
And you are the only child at home, or do you have siblings?
And I am the second last born of 7 children.
Wow, it's a big family.
It's a very, very big family. However, those are just my mother's children. Now, I was living in an extended family. We were very huge. A family where not Tagelwa, we will start with the children. And the children, they are 13.
Yes.
Besides the adults. The adults come in, and also then there are more than 12.
Yes.
So that's the kind of family that I grew up to. And it was very... and I'm saying it was because of a reason. It was very, very nice, and I enjoyed it.
And that was the Kunene homestead?
That was the Kunene homestead, yes.
Yeah. You know, this phenomenon you are explaining, some people may not understand it, because in the village, even the way the Africans build their homestead, you don't just have the Kunene and the Zimas in between each other.
No.
Each one of them has got their own homestead. So there's a little villages within the village.
Yes.
And the culture of that, I can imagine, the culture of the Kunenes, it forms itself it is known for what it does, but it doesn't necessarily isolate itself from the rest of the village, right? Am I right?
That's actually very true, because I remember how my cousin used to tell my grandmother that I think this Kunene homestead is a home for everyone, because my grandmother will accept any kind of visitor, and that visitor will stay more than 2 weeks. We don't even know where he or she comes from, but my grandmother will say, no, as long as he's here or she's here, this is his or her home. That's how I saw it. That's how I grew up to it. Everybody was welcome.
And the guest is not just a guest who folds the arms. If you have to go to the field, he comes with. If you have to go and construct something, they come with. They become part of the communal life of the Kunenes.
And it's something that currently it's emerging. There's a hashtag that is currently trending to say what a man can do, a woman can also do.
Yes.
This is not something that is new to other people, especially people from the villages. This is something that it was way before practiced, to say we are all doing this thing. Either way, we are one to this thing. It's a culture, it's a family culture.
You know, I'm very excited. You know, I'm thinking here, because I saw you are posting on LinkedIn, and I just felt that this young man has a story to tell. I just felt it, and I'm sitting here, I'm listening to you to talking. You're supposed to be the what it called the digital era young man, but you are so endowed with the African way of living, and yet you are also very much in the moment of today. So take me through the types of tasks and duties that you used to do before we come now to Zolamde. There in eSwatini, in the village. What did you grow up doing?
Can you please repeat the question?
I'm saying, take me through the type of tasks and duties young men like you growing up in that village that you were doing that still stand out, that shaped this young man that he is today.
Yeah, some of them they can be very silly to other people, but they taught me something. So, as a young man growing up, we had. Now you can imagine that we were a lot of children. So it was 8 boys, and among the 8 boys, I had one who was of my age. So now the task will divide them amongst each other. But mostly, my task were to look after cattlers. Every time I come back from school, I have to go check the cattlers, take them back. On the weekends, I go out there, and sometimes I would. There's this thing, I don't know what they call it in English, but this meaning is kulumba. We don't have a tractor to go to the field to set out the soil. So it was my responsibility most of the time to be in front of the cows, and I didn't understand why, because they will always, whenever they are taking cows to the field, I must be the one who is leading these cows, and I'm like, I don't like this job. Because they were very, those cows, they were very, very, they were troubled, if I can say, because they don't. It's those kind of, they don't want anything in front of them.
Yeah.
And now it's my task to make sure that
to lead the way.
I lead the way, I make sure that they stay in the line, because there's maize in between, so I keep them in the line. And now it was very, very difficult for me, and I didn't understand.
If you sleep, the horn of the cow is on you.
and I used to cry because those cows, they will do wonders to me.
Yeah.
If I sleep, these cows, they're on. One day they even pounced on top of me, but then luckily enough they jumped.
Yeah.
So it's those kind of tasks that we used to do. And then there were those minor tasks we would do, even with girls. We would share cooking.
Yes.
I remember we would even, because all of my cousins now were at school. Now we are all in high school, so we have to come back and make sure that there's food, there's water in the house. Now those duties they don't have any gender.
Yeah.
Everybody has to partake. So we ended up, those ladies, they ended up telling us, no, if you want to eat, you must also learn how to cook. And even my grandmother agreed to that. So we would share cooking. We would share going to fetch water. It was fun. It was really fun. Those were the tasks that, and sometimes we'd go to the field and just to harvest.
Yes.
Those are the kinds of tasks that I used to do growing up, and I still do them when I go to Swaziland because I do visit. So I still do them when I go there.
The most part I used to love is during the harvest time. The plowing is very tough because you wake up in the morning, 3 o'clock. You're walking in front of the cattle and you make sure that you till the soil. And then you see when the plants are starting to grow, and then the birds start coming and they lay eggs. And then the time of the harvest, and we are conversing now. I just want us to have that shared experience, not that we want to divert our talk. But the harvest time was the most beautiful time, because I like visiting, because you're gonna chase away the birds from eating the crops. So you will go there, and then at the same time you look out, you search for the nests of the birds, and so that you can also trap them and catch the birds, and then you will also then at the same time you might eat. If there's a watermelon, there is a watermelon there. You break it, and then as long as you don't take away the seeds, they are okay with it. Or if you eat the African what do they call this thing that makes sugar?
Sugar cane.
Yeah, the African sugar cane. It's a traditional African sugar. You eat it, but you don't take away whatever the remains of it.
I know.
You know that one. Yeah.
I know that one.
So I'm just sharing, these are the chores that we grew up doing, but they were actually grooming you, because that's what the parents do to provide for the home.
That's very true, and it actually stands out for me, because one cannot see it as a grooming part when you don't change your geographical areas.
Yes.
For me, I saw it as something that made me a very, very strong person, because the moment I reach geographical areas and find myself in a different world where I'm supposed to eat money instead of going to the fields. So that's when I understood to say, you know what, sometimes you just have to be strong, and sometimes you have to take it as it comes. And I knew back at home to say, you have to take it as it comes. Just as it is. You don't alter with it. Yes.
And eSwatini is a country that is very cultural. Did you participate in some of the cultural activities of the country and the villages?
I used to tell my dad here that usually while I was in grade 10, I was participating in eSpark. So there's this traditional dance that we do. I went as far as going to the biggest stadium back at home, Soweto Stadium. That's where we competed, because there was the king was coming there. So now all of the villages had to go there and celebrate. So I used to do that dance. I don't know how to do it now. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do it, but I used to do it. I was very good. My grandmother would make a dombolo for me.
Yes.
when I'm going there and put some chicken there and make sure that I eat well.
Yes.
I used to participate in those.
And going to Zomhlolo Stadium to be addressed by the king was the highlight of every child, or is still the highlight of every child.
You have no idea the joy that comes with that. The fact that because you can imagine staying in a village and the only thing you know is just a word of mouth to say there is a king, there is this person, there is this high-profile person, and then now here is a chance that you have to go and perform before the king. It was a very, very high moment for me because
life-changing.
It was great. I grew up from grade 1 until this point. We have all, because ministers, they come at school, so we would only perform before ministers. They would perform before the king, and now here is the moment they say, "No, you guys can go and perform." It was a great moment.
Wow, beautiful. Do you still have some friends back in eSwatini that you are in touch with?
I do have friends that I'm in touch with. I currently posted a video on Instagram, and one of them even said, I was singing a song in Swati. So that guy said, "Do you even know your language?" And I told him that, "No, man, I do know my language. It's not something that you switch on and off."
And you must not lose it. It is a heritage.
You pride yourself with it.
Yeah.
It's not something that you should just take it lightly. So I do communicate with them. Most others, those who are close to me, we do talk over the phone. Others, we just use these social media handles to communicate.
And which subjects did you take in your grade 12?
I was doing math and physics.
So it's a science stream.
Yes.
And that was back then. Then back here in South Africa.
That was here in South Africa, 2012.
Which school did you go to?
Baderile Secondary School in Carltonville.
What do they call it?
It's Baderile Secondary School.
Oh, Baderile.
Baderile. Yeah, that's cool. When I got there, they were speaking this language, Tuana.
Yeah.
And I was so very confused. That's the most confusion ever I had in my life. These people, they are speaking this alien language, and I'm sitting there looking at everybody, and I'm speaking English. Now they used to tease me because my English was different.
Yes.
So when they say different, I would say different.
Yes.
When they say really, I would say really. So they would look at me and be like, "What kind of English is this one?" Until one teacher, I think Mr. Caballo, he was from Zimbabwe, he said, "This is the best English you can ever get out there."
Yeah.
This is pure English. English that addresses the syllables, the consonant, or everything, it's there. So that's when I felt confident to say, "Oh, okay." Amongst these people, I thought I was speaking a French language. Yes, I'm speaking the great English. So that's the school I got to. That's the only school I attended in South Africa.
And did you do very well in your grade 12 exams?
I passed very well. I got my bachelor.
Yeah.
I passed very well, and I managed to apply to some universities.
Wonderful.
Got accepted.
We're gonna hold it. We're gonna hold it there, my brother. When we come back, we're going to talk about your tertiary level education and your further learning and development journey that you embarked on after completing your grade 12. I will be back.
Thank you.